Temitope Olugbile is one of the economic think tank and research analysts at Financial Derivatives Company, and is live here in the studios to discuss commodities market. But first question, thank you. It was Women's Day last week.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes.
So what's your view?
So definitely, I think the theme for this year is apt. It's balance for better, because a balanced gender gap is better for everybody, quite frankly. And it's time to see and use women as assets to, your company, the board, and just generally to see women as assets, because a woman is intuitive. She's she can multitask, she's emotionally intelligent. These are the features in women that I'm sure they're in men too, but, it's time to use these features as assets to company boards. And
I love this. There was this conversation, I guess it was last year, that, look, many, if not most of the TV commercials, for example, for companies that produce detergents or soap, usually use women as washing clothes.
Yes.
So some folks say, why don't you use men?
Yes.
Like Bolson, for example, to show him where he's washing clothes or he's washing plates.
Yes.
Why Temitope, for example?
Yes.
So perhaps we need to talk to those companies who are doing TV commercials, use more men washing clothes and washing plates, and not just women.
Yes.
Yeah, that's balancing things. I think I don't mind featuring one of those TV commercials. Really. Perhaps I'm going to break a few plates while I'm working it, but watching it. But maybe I'm going to get it done. But we need to just change the narrative, because the world needs to level the field, and that's speaking very seriously.
Yes.
But let's get into the news box for elections are over. Let's get back to serious business.
Yes, elections are over. Both the presidential, the gubernatorial, it's all over. It's time
with a few inconclusive elections.
Yes.
I think ANECO can do with all of that. We can move on with our lives.
Yes, it's time for the real work to start. It's time to hit the ground running. And, President Buhari seems to want to hit the ground running, but it's just that the worry there is, can that momentum be sustained? It's very important to sustain that momentum, because basically he has two options: to either adopt a lame duck approach, cruise control for the next 4 years, or leave a legacy. What would Nigeria remember?
Unfortunately, we haven't done a federal executive council meeting since these elections, and that's not looking good news, and that's my personal view.
Yes, that's another thing.
It hasn't taken place. We're not too sure whether we're going to have one this week. It's tomorrow. Let's see what happens.
Hopefully, start to have these meetings, put your council members together, have your cabinet members rather together. Don't let it take as long as it took the last time. Basically hit the ground running and, address your three planks: corruption, the economy, security.
Again, because looking at your burning economic issues, these are key issues that the administration has to focus on, isn't it? The U.S. is coming as far as oil is concerned. We look at external reserves and everything.
Yes, these are key issues. Diversify, get your diversification strategy right, because, the oil may not be able to sustain Nigeria for much longer. So it's time to, if you're able to leave that legacy of truly diversifying our revenue, then, Nigeria would remember you for that.
Example, whether we like it or not, we still need to focus on oil. And one of the downers for today in your team, Economic Think Tank, is the lower oil rig count.
Yes, that is, the rig count for February came in at 14 from 15 in January. And so that's, I would think that we should wait to see, what is the reaction of this indicator post-election. So would there be more investments to the oil and gas sector post-election? And that, is also dependent on fiscal incentives. Again, President Buhari needs to address this PIB bill that has remained status quo.
I guess he's addressed it, send it back and say, look, folks, you got to work on it. So the National Assembly.
Yes, so it's working together.
He says yesterday, we reported today, that he says he's going to work better with the 9th National Assembly. Let's see how that works and who becomes the Senate President, the head of the House of Reps and all of that, and the chief officers, and how quickly they will hit the ground, sort out internal politics.
Exactly, budget passage. I heard on the news that he wants to go back to the January to December fiscal year.
If he is able to achieve that within the next 4 years,
again, leaving a legacy, we would really thank him for that. And it's what needs to be done to boost our growth and...
Okay, quickly, so let's check in with the oil market. Crude is up a little bit. Even though we're still below the 67, we haven't been able to cross back to 70.
Yeah, crude is, it's basically it's choppy between 65 to 67, and basically there's not much development in the oil market, but we know that the OPEC cuts that started in January, they are taking effect, and that's what's propping up prices. And just yesterday in Venezuela, the Congress, you know, declared a state of emergency, yes, because of like a 5-day blackout, and that definitely is going to affect their oil exports. So oil could start to increase further. We might just be hitting the $67.
I hope Libya returning to its major oil field today will not be a major shocker. Will not moderate that a little bit. Maybe we'll wait till later part of the day to see that. Yes. Okay, yes. But in terms of agric, where are we at the moment? Cocoa prices seems to be a bit back on the bullish side.
Yes, yes. So cocoa prices have gained 2.78% in 1 week, and research has shown that it is on the back of strong global demand, and that could be maybe driven by, you know, the February Valentine's Day, the demand for cocoa, for chocolate in that season. It could be a major factor in that, but...
You had chocolate on February 14th.
A lot of people did, yes.
You did? Okay, I like disclosure. It's a confession time.
So, yeah, but that is good for Nigeria's export earnings, so we can celebrate that for now.
I'm waiting for that chocolate factory in Nigeria, and in West Africa.
Yeah.
We should have one. At least we have one. Yeah. Ghana should have one. Maybe Ivory Coast should also have one. At least 3 in West Africa would do.
That would be good.
Then we can eat made in Nigeria chocolate.
Yes, soon.
That'll be good. Okay, so the next Valentine, maybe before the year 2023, we'll have the first chocolate factory.
Maybe.
And put that as part of our achievements. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind.
That, yes.
Then we can save some dollars on that.
Exactly,
and put chocolate on the 41 items.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, that's another day. Yes. Don't let me try to upset some folks who think we should be using petrodollars to import chocolate.
Yes.
I'm not one of them. Okay, thank you.
Temitope Olubile
from Financial Derivatives Company. Let's come back after the break. Now we hit the market. Each day, well, we've got elections out of the way, but inflation is a big story. We have our data out on Friday from MBS. FDC says we're going to see a gentle uptick in headline figure of CPI for February. Let's chew that together into the FX market and the equities marketplace right after the break. This is your Business Morning, Tuesday, the 12th of March.